Judaism can trace its origin back some 4,000 years to a group of people called the Hebrews in Mesopotamia. Later to be known as the Israelites, they were one of the many tribes who worshipped many gods, but over time developed two key teachings that set them apart from other religions. The first was monotheism, the belief that there was only one true God, and the second was the concept of the covenant, that this God chose to make a deal with them as his chosen people. Technically, the founder of Judaism is Moses, but Jews can trace their heritage back to Abraham, who, according to the book of Genesis, was chosen by God to be the father of a great nation. God made his first covenant with Abraham, saying that his descendants would be God's chosen people, and then, through the story of Moses, we see God acting in history on behalf of the Jews to lead them out of slavery in Egypt. Abraham could be considered the father of Judaism, but Moses is their greatest prophet, having received the Ten Commandments at Mount Sinai and eventually leading the people into the Promised Land, Canaan, later known as Palestine and Israel. Jewish civilization prospered after the Exodus, headed by powerful kings like Saul, David and Solomon, who built the first great temple in Jerusalem, which became the focus of the faith because it housed the Ark of the Covenant. In 586 BCE, the Babylonians overran Jerusalem and destroyed the temple. This caused a crisis of faith because many Jews believed their God had been defeated by the Babylonian gods. The prophet Isaiah, Jeremiah and Ezekiel said otherwise. They proclaimed that God was punishing the people for their sins. The second temple was built around 538 BCE to be destroyed by the Romans in 70 CE. This destruction was decisive for the future of Judaism, replacing a sacrificial religion based around a temple with a tradition of studying and learning centered around local synagogues. By around 100 CE, the canon of the Hebrew Bible was fixed. Between 200 and 700 CE, scholars compiled the Mishnah, the definitive code of Jewish law. The Talmud, written interpretation of the scriptures, was compiled and the rules for the Jewish calendar were laid down. These scriptures and teachings were the basis of the religious worship that was practiced around the world during the Jewish diaspora. The two defining modern events for this community in exile were the Holocaust, in which over 6 million Jews were killed by the Nazis, and the creation of the Jewish state of Israel in 1948. The key beliefs of Judaism are monotheism. There is one God who is transcendent, omnipotent, just, and reveals himself to human beings. The Hebrew word for this one true God is Yahweh. Jews believe that people should try to develop a relationship with God through prayer. At the heart of Jewish prayer is the idea that God listens, that prayer is a conversation between the people and the Creator. Since people are made in God's image, there is no original sin or instinctive evil in humanity. The core text is the Torah or Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible revealed to Moses. The Talmud is the written interpretation and development of the Hebrew Scriptures. And Orthodox Jews follow strict dietary laws. Kosher, meaning suitable, is the word used to describe food prepared in accordance with religious law. There are 3 main groups within Judaism: Reform Jews, Orthodox Jews and Conservative Jews, and most Jewish festivals are practiced by all as acts of remembrance for key events in the history of the people.